the cream. I mean, the cream in Scotland is real good, you know. And I bought it, and I went to the checkout, and somehow between the fridge and the checkout, I laid the cream down to look at something, and I got to my room, and there was no cream either. I'd left it on the. I thought, this is terrible. Mamma mia. Anyway. Everybody's got everything, folks. Nobody's left anything in the wardrobes, passports. We're all good. Good. I pick you up. We do the sightseeing with John after the cathedral, around the city, so you know exactly where we are. I'll get him to point out restaurants, and I'll point out some myself. I'll be up the back of the coach somewhere. I'll point out bits and pieces, restaurants for you for tonight, because you're free tonight. It means you know where you are in the city. Yeah? The hotel is a very nice hotel. It's just at the start of the West End. It's about a 10-minute walk to the city centre. You can get a taxi in 3 minutes and you're down there. The taxi's outside the hotel if you wish to do that. It's very, very simple. There are lots of places around about the hotel itself that you'll be able to go and eat if you're so minded. This is obviously bin day. Do you see the bins are outside of the different colours of bins for the different trash? Exactly, plastic and papers and glass, they separate that. I mean, they're really starting to get very heavy on that. Where I live in France, they've actually got, when they come to visit, they've got chips in the thing. So if you put the wrong thing in, they can see it, they can report you for it, and you get fined if you don't put the right thing in. So they're taking it very seriously. There's a village in Scotland, it was in the papers a couple of years back, and there were big ones, and there was quite a lot of old people over there, and they had to get rid of them because some of the old age pensioners were falling into the thing, tipping into the thing, and their legs were kicking out in the air, you know, and so they thought it better just to let it go. It was quite amusing, and not for the people stuck in it, I'm sure. It's quieter and quieter because the younger people, they take off, they go down to Glasgow or Edinburgh or whatever, you know, to study at St Andrews, and they leave these places, so the population ages a bit, you know. The milkman, yes. The cooperative, we'll show you the cooperative. The cooperative was formed back in the end of the 19th century, into the 19th century, into the 20th century. And it was people, as you would think, cooperative, people coming together and selling their produce under one roof, as it were. The main building you'll see in Glasgow is not far from, or just on the banks. They're quite a fine building. They made a lot of money. But cooperatives, you'll see the shop called the Cooperative all over the place. It started off very small, and now it's pretty big. There's so many supermarkets and things now, you know. And I don't know how they all manage to survive, but they do. Look as if they're getting ready for their shearing. That's end of June, July will be the shearing time. Yeah. There's a hotel on the right hand side here. Grand European used to use this hotel, and the pipe band used to rehearse on the right hand side here in the car park there, and they'd march through the dining room to entertain the people at night. You know, the people who weren't used to it loved it, you know. And here is the Newtonmore lollipop man. Is it a man or a lady? It's a lollipop. I'm not sure. Man, I think. Is a lady? Oh, okay. I wouldn't want to go home with her with a broken pay packet. She'd break your nose. Look at that place. The joint's jumping. Go so straight on as the back onto the motorway. We're going to go round to the right towards Spain Bridge, and you'll get a real Highland route. Any of you see the BBC programme Monarch of the Glen? Some of you do, yes? Was that a no? No? Oh, that's a shame. You should see that. It was set here, and we passed by. You'll see on the other side of Loch Lomond is the castle that is a residential castle that they used in the filming of that. When you go back home, get it on Netflix or get it somewhere in your TVs. It really is lovely. I mean, it's fun, it's well written. Ian Carmichael's in it, Susan Hampshire's another actress in it. He has a big estate up here somewhere. Even after that, I never ever found it, but I'll look at the little... Don't get me killed for some void in the middle of the street. And that was it. Louis Vuitton has a place up here. And he argued over the price, the money he's got, and he argued over the price of the sandwiches the guy was making for their lunch. That's probably why he has money. Yeah. He opened a new place on the Champs-Élysées about, this was 10 years ago now, I suppose. And the price of the bags are just incredible. To the left, this is the lodge house they used in the Monarch of the Glen. The estate goes way around and way along to before we actually get to the castle, but that's the lodge house. Nearly coming into view. You see that at the end there's a bit of blue. Just to the left of that is Ben Nevis, the highest point there. It may still lift away. Here's the Commando Memorial coming up. You'll see there's this guys looking across, up and head to our left. There we are. You can see a couple of people are, not too many people.
This is where is it? Oh, that little one can cover.
Slightly back. Slightly back. You see there's a ridge coming up?
Yeah.
Just
Served.
During the war. Good. So we're going to go down to the right, Fort William. You see the signs, Fort William. Recent ones. On the left hand side is a blue rectangular shape on the number plate, and it's got España ES or D for Deutschland or NL for Netherlands, F for France. So you can tell where the people have come from. There's one there, GB, Great Britain. straight on down here, folks, and we'll just be at the top end of the town of Fort William itself. Look to the, there's the old Ben Nevis distillery, and they used to have Highland cattle in the field just here on the left. Sometimes they got some little donkeys and things still. Yeah, I can see the donkeys, but and there's some sheep again. M&S, Marks and Spencer's food hall. It's all new out here. Aldi again, yep. This is a shocking hotel on the right hand side, shocker. Insight once put us in there and no wonder I left them, and it really is a bad hotel. It was so dirty, even the mice were wearing overalls. I mean, it was terrible. It was, gee whiz. So we're stopped just at this roundabout, folks. Here, just we'll go straight ahead across the roundabout, and you'll see the woolen mill there. It's got the toilets. As you walk in, straight ahead and slightly to the right of the toilets, to the left is the shops. Yeah, often there's some good sales and things in this one. And to the right is down to the cafeteria. We do kilt hire. Let's see if we can hire a kilt for half an hour. Okay, off we're straight across here. We're going to go. There's the entrance on the right, folks, you see. And Kevin will just get us parked into here. The station across to the right here, railway station across to the right. Alexander Hotel on the left, we use that from time to time. Right at the top of the high street. There's Loch Lomond ahead of us, Loch Lomond. So this network all the way down, we started it yesterday, Loch Ness, Loch Long, Loch Lomond, right down to Loch Lomond beneath us. So this is Loch Lomond. And the main street of Inverness is Fort William is just to your left here, folks. You see ahead of us here this white building with the red roof. Very good fish restaurant. I have a friend and colleague, her name's Gráinne O'Malley, an Irish girl, Dublin. Great girl, and she brought her group, and they actually had a visit in, well, they stopped in the town of Fort William, and she dropped them off, and she thought she'd go and have an hour apiece in this nice restaurant, you know, to have lunch. And she went and it was very quiet. She sat down with the menu and she looked at the menu and she ordered a glass of wine, and she looked at the top of the menu, and the table next to her there was Mel Gibson sitting having his lunch. So she was absolutely thrilled. She was about an hour late for the bus coming back. I think, you know, it's cruiser come up from the water, the Clyde. Okay, so we're going to go down the side of Loch Lomond here, folks. This always makes me smile. I mean, look at this, you see on the left. Drive on the left, links fahren, conduisez à gauche. Stay on the left. How did you get here? Did you arrive from Mars that you suddenly got here? I mean, you got to get. I think the idea is that if you've been somewhere, you've been looking at something of interest to you, you might be distracted and you come out, and then suddenly, you know, you're on the wrong side of the road, you let your concentration slip for a little bit, you know. I think that's the thinking behind it. So this is way part of the Great Glen. Again, we're heading down here, folks. Right at the bottom is down towards the Island Hull across the other side, and there's the little ferry, the Corran ferry. the Ballachulish Hotel. It's real good. It's a nice hotel. I've stayed there many times. It's really old-fashioned, you know, with wood paneling and leather, and on the right-hand side there beneath here. But it's really creaky, you know what I mean? That's you. You're going up the stairs and creaking away up the stairs and the floorboards and whatever. No hanky-panky in there, folks. You'll be sure to be found out with the creaky stairs. On the left, you see these islands across here. There's 3 islands across here. Stones, yeah, with all the slate. Here's a Scottish warrior here. It's a war memorial here on the right. It's a Scottish Gordon Highlander up on the right there. You see him with the poppies next. Where the house, the original settlement should have been, and this is the way they tried to escape the poor souls. A few people, but dems the brakes. Voila, très bien. Okay, folks, you can go across and you can take a picture, of course. There's a real nice waterfall that comes tumbling down here, folks, and you'll see it just coming up ahead of us on your right hand side, just at the top on the bend here. We've had a fair bit of precipitation the last couple of days, so it might be gurgling down. Sometimes in the summer it's pretty quiet, pretty mild, but other times it really cascades with a vengeance. There it is, that says gentle there. It's pretty there, it's the right, you see it all gurgling down there. Unfortunately we can't start, it comes from the left, you see, it goes up there. Here's a man-made cairn on the left-hand side. We described the cairns to you yesterday, folks. On the left here, this is just marking the end. It's very neat. The real cairns were never as neat as that, believe me. a great song, that. I'm off. Basically. No, Swift. Glencoe. This is Loch Tala on the right hand side here, folks. Loch Tala. This will be, we'll use the washrooms here, and you can grab a snack here, you can grab a bowl of soup or sandwich, or you can, if it's too early to eat, folks, a lot of people what they do, look at those dogs playing, isn't that nice? A lot of people what they do is to take a sandwich or a salad or something with them, and they can go onto the boat and they can have it on the Loch Lomond as part of the cruise. A lot of people like to do that. The choice is yours. We will have to leave here. I want to leave here at 10 minutes to 1, so that gives us 55 minutes or so, 50